continues. So ein li ela haba. So that would mean maybe only those grasshoppers that come in front of us that have all of these signs. Ve ein lo gabachas, and it doesn't have a how do they translate gabachas? It doesn't have a what head? Bald head?
Smooth forehead.
Doesn't have a smooth forehead. Oh, good. All right. So it doesn't have a smooth forehead. Because apparently the arbeh has a smooth forehead. But let's say you have a grasshopper with these 4 simanim. It has 4 legs. It has jumpers. It has 4 wings. The wings cover the majority of the body. But v'yesh lo gabachas, but it has a bald head. We know that that's also kosher. Tamalama, that's what the verse goes on to say. Ve'es ha-salam. What is salam? Zenipol. It's the nipol type. And the nipol has a smooth head. So we see that the salam is also allowed to be eaten. Then the Torah adds lemineyu to its type. Lahaviyas ushkaf. That's to include also the ushkaf, which is like the salam. Which is like the salam. So anything which is like the salam, that has the 4 kosher characteristics and a smooth forehead, is also kosher. So one klalu pratu klal was to include things that are like the arbeh, that have the 4 characteristics and don't have a smooth forehead. And then another klalu pratu klal is to include things that are like the salam, that have the characteristics and have a smooth forehead. So I would think that's only grasshoppers that come before us but don't have a hunchback. But if it comes before us with the 4 kosher signs with a hunchback, I'm sorry, no. Gabachas is a smooth head, right? So again, I would have one source to think if it didn't have a smooth head. Then another source to think even if it does have a smooth head. But still I would think haba ve'ein lo zanav. It would have to be something that doesn't have a tail. Because both the arbeh and the salam don't have tails. So minayin, how do we know? Haba lefanenu v'yesh lo zanav. If it comes before us and it has a tail, minayin, how do we know that that's also kosher? Tamlum, that's what it says, v'sachargol. Now, then it says v'chargol lemineyu. Then that type is called rashon. Rashon is a grasshopper with a tail. Then when it says liminehu, that's to include these other types of grasshoppers, kasefes and shachlanis, because both of them also have tails. Liminehu is another klalu pratu klal to include these creatures that have tails. Okay, so I have a source. If I have a grasshopper with 4 kosher signs, it doesn't have a smooth head. I have a source if it comes before us with the kosher signs, and it does have a smooth head. I have a source for Abba if it comes before us with the kosher signs, and it doesn't have a tail. I have a source for Abba if it comes before us with the kosher signs, and it has a tail. But I would have thought only if it's above and Rosh Aruch. It has to be, though, if it comes before us, it doesn't have a long head, because all these things till now didn't have a long head. Habab Rosh Aruch, if it comes before us with the 4 signs and it has a long head. Minayin, how do we know that it's kosher? Says the Brisa Amr, well, let's just say through logic. Hareyatadan binyan av mishlashtan. You can just derive it from the 3 that we know are kosher. And we say just like those are kosher with these signs, so too others will be kosher with these signs. So think about it. Lori arbe kiri chargol. The characteristics of the arbe are not like the characteristics of the chargol. The arbe has a smooth head. The arbe doesn't have a smooth head. The chargol has a smooth head. Lori chargol kiri arbe. And chargol is not like the arbe. Right? Some have a tail, others don't have a tail. Some have a smooth head, some don't have a smooth head. And the 2 of them aren't alike. Kir Salam like the Salam, Salam Kir Ishneim. And nor are they like the Salam, and nor is the Salam like the 2 of them. The salam has a smooth head, and they do not have a smooth head. But the common denominator of all these different things, sheyesh lo arba raglayim, they have 4 legs, ve'arba knafayim, and 4 wings, ve'kar tzulim, and they have jumpers, u'knafav chofin es rubo, and the wings cover the majority of the body. And therefore, we can include of kol sheyesh lo arba raglayim, anything with 4 legs, ve'arba knafayim, and 4 wings, ve'kar tzulim, and jumpers, u'knafav chofin es rubo, and wings covering the majority of the body, is going to be kosher.
No.
So the Gemara is pretty clear about what the signs are in order for it to be kosher. Asks the Brisa, what about this grasshopper called the tzartzur? The tzartzur, they apparently knew was not kosher. Yesh lo arba raglaim, it has 4 legs. Ve'arba knafayim, and it has 4 wings. Ve'kar tzulim, and it has jumpers. U'knafav chofim es rubo, and its wings cover the majority of the body. Yachol yei mutter. So what? Maybe it should therefore be kosher. You should be able to eat it. That's what the verse says. Ve'sechagav lemineu, and the chagav according to its type, because chagav was included in this general rule. So why did it say chagav lemineu? It has to be sheshmo chagav. It has to be a type that's called chagav. The tzartzur is not called chagav, it's called tzartzur. So that's why it's not kosher. Ish sheshmo chagav. So 1 second, if you say it has to be called chagav, maybe that's alone enough. Yachol ein bo kol hasimanim halalu. Maybe we should permit those things that are called chagav, even if they don't have 4 legs, even if they don't have jumpers, even if they don't have wings that cover the majority of the body. So that's what it says, chagav. Lemineu. It has to be, according to its type, it has to have all of these simanim.
So it has 4 characteristics. What is it missing, Rabbi?
It's supposed to be called chagav.
It's missing a
What
title.
is chagav?
Chagav, the name.
It's got the simanim, but it doesn't have the title.
Okay, so which one is missing out of the 4? It's got 4 of them and it still is not kosher?
Because it's not called chagav, right? If people don't call it chagav, it wouldn't
Why?
be
Because
kosher.
it doesn't have a smooth forehead or something?
No, it doesn't have the right name. It has it. It has all the right things. It doesn't have the right name.
Rabbi, it seems like tradition plays an important role.
Very important.
So how can we now, like you said, they'll find the kosher grasshopper leaving it?
They claim that they got traditions from the Yemenites.
So still the Yemenites, that can extend the tradition to the rest of
That's the question. Can you extend tradition from one group to the next? But that's what those who are eating it are assuming.
I mean, even if you go to a restaurant and they put the grasshopper on a plate and bring it over to you, I don't think you even want to look at it. Forget about it.
It's got a good sign.
I'm not eating it.
The questions came up when there was famine.
Sure, you had a famine.
In Tunisia, in Yemen, and there was no food.
This is all you had.
It's also protein. That's why
It is protein. That's right.
Is it a full eat?
I don't know.
And everything.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah,
How
they-
do you shecht it?
How do you
You don't
prepare
shecht
it?
it.
Fry?
You eat it alive.
Hummus
No, you
and
can't eat it alive. You're not allowed to eat it alive, right?
I'm not sure.
Like a
but
tamarind, they throw
certainly-
everything in
Certainly
it.
don't need a
A
shecht.
little shug and you're on your way.
It's like
No,
cook.
no
That's
chef
you can eat
for
alive.
grasshopper?
I'm not sure. I have to look that
Now
up.
put some hummus on it and eat it.
Well,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
take a piece of fish while it's still.
Yeah, fish, yes. Yeah.
So grasshoppers.
I have to check it up. I think so. I have to check it up.
Are you suggesting that?
There's no
Kiddush, Shabbos.
Parech Rabachai asked,
You're gonna have it. You have it.
how could we say based on the Tzad HaShaveh, we include grasshoppers with a long head? But maybe it's like this, but Malat Tzad HaShaveh, but the common denominator of those grasshoppers that were mentioned, they had bald heads, they had tails, they had different characteristics. But Shekain Ein Rosh Aruch, but none of them had long heads. If you're going to tell me, Kevin Deshavu Barba Simanim, since they have these 4 Simanim, therefore my Sinam, we can derive from them, Velo Parchina, we don't need to ask, it has a long head, Yachi, if that's so, Chargol Nami, the Shavlu Lalichtov, the Chargol didn't have to be written down. The Teisi Me Arba Basalam, you can just derive it from Arba and Salam. Because even though it's different, they don't have a tail and he has a tail, but it has the 4 siman. But if we would not have included explicitly the words to include the Chargol, we would have said, Malahanach, those others, Solomon, Arba, Shekin, Lem, Zanam. Their common denominator is that they don't have a tail. So Hachanami, but here it does have a tail, so maybe it wouldn't be kosher. That's the Torah to say Chargol, it is kosher, even though it has a tail. So Hachanami, so here too, we should say the same thing. We should ask, but these things are different. They don't have a long head. But if it has a long head, it shouldn't be included. Therefore, Rav Achai said, when the Torah says, that's already extra. Because the Torah could have left out Salam and just write Arba and Chargol. And then just write Arba and Chargol. And would have learned from Arba and Chargol that if Arba and Chargol are kosher, Salam is also kosher. The my parachat, what are you going to say? Mala Arba de'ein lo gabachas. Yeah, but the Arba doesn't have a smooth head. Okay. And the Salam has a smooth head. So what? The Chargol also has a smooth head. What are you going to say? Mala Chargol yesh lo zanav. Yeah, but a Chargol has a tail. Yeah, but Arba ain't lo zanav. But Arba doesn't have a tail. So therefore, Salam l'kazer Rachman alamali. So why did the Torah have to say that Salam is kosher? I could have figured it out. If Chargol is kosher and Arba is kosher, then I see that Salam is also kosher. Right? What am I going to say? Salam has a smooth head. So what? So does Chargol have a smooth head? So why did the Torah have to say that Salam is kosher? All right, it's not necessary to tell me really about a smooth head. The smooth head I could already figure out from just where I have Chargol and Arba. So why did the Torah say Salam? Even though the Salam doesn't have a long head, the Salam has a smooth head. In fact, the Torah says that the Salam is kosher. It's to include a long head. Okay, Hashem, we'll continue tomorrow.